is it that black women will say we want a corporate thug? Do we not realize that a corporate thug doesn't exist? Why is it that a good man is considered corny or a nerd? Do we not understand that those are the men that we want in our lives? Because the corny man is going to be there for his family. He's going to take care of his children. The corny man is going to make sure that he remembers your birthday, your anniversary, or the day that you met. The corny man will surprise you with flowers from time to time. The corny man is going to be down with you through thick and thin and when things get rough. The nerd is usually the man with the high income. He's usually intelligent and he's going to think things through before he makes a move. The nerd is usually the man who is calculating his next move to ensure the best outcome for his family and his situation. But we don't want that. We want drama.
The director and the star of Creed 3.
And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to
Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name.
Black women have to be honest about dating. If you want to find a man that has a degree with a respectable career, making 6 figures, owns a home, drives a nice car, not cheap, has family values, no baby moms, and no felony, you'll have to date outside your race. Now, the woman in this tweet is not wrong. However, there are 2 pertinent issues that she's failed to address. First being that this isn't the typical standard criteria, qualities, or credentials that black women seek out in mates. We've seen the type of men that they lust after, copulate with, and reproduce with. We also see the type of men that they tend to reject, which just so happens to be many of the black men who would actually fit the criteria on this list. They'll walk around singing every good girl needs a little thug, every boy needs a little love. Not every queen needs a man with a degree, no felonies, or babies. And considering the fact that they're the least desired, least likely to get married, least likely to ever be married, least likely to get remarried, and have the highest rates of marriage instability, as well as the lowest interracial marriage rates, it's going to be extremely difficult. Because the overwhelming majority of men in other cultures do not want to deal with a black woman's attitude.
As much as women, and this is the funny part, as much as women talk about black corny men, you don't want the corny man, y'all end up with a corny man. But it's okay if he's if he's not black. If he's not black, he's allowed to be corny, but because you're gonna whip him into shape and make him into something. But when it comes to your own men, you can't deal with him. He has to have swag and he have to have all this if he's black. That is the craziest thing ever. And I've seen this in real life. You know, in school, like you see this all the time. They don't like the corny guys with the glasses, the smart guy, the responsible guy. You going after the guy that all the women want, the bad guy, the so-called bad guy, who don't really care about women like that. But y'all are attracted to that, and that's the way a lot of women move. And these are the ones that they give babies to and then complain about them in the aftermath. So this is not a new thing. We've been seeing this. I grew up hearing this and seeing this, that a lot of the women go after the popular guys, the guys that everybody want, the athletes. They've been doing this. It's not a new thing. And so now, once again, that you've reached a point in your life where things aren't going the way you need them to go, and you realize those types of guys were not good for relationships. Now you want to reach back and get the guy that you never really wanted and probably still don't really want, but he's responsible, and you know that's what you need in this moment in your life. You need that responsible person to help you out. But we got to start teaching young people to look for those qualities in a man young. Don't just go after the guy that's popular and everybody wants him, because typically he's probably not the relationship type of guy. Go for the guys who want relationships, who are responsible, who wants to build the future, who have the tools that's needed to build the future for himself, who has 2 parents in the household, who is teaching him the right things, a father who is leading him and guiding him in the right ways, so that when he's older and he's looking for a wife, he knows how to pick a wife. You as the women, though, women got to understand how to accept the good man when he comes your way. Because a lot of these women have met good guys, they just didn't like him. They literally will tell you, I dated a good guy, but he wasn't bad enough for me. You have Christian women who are out here talking about how they want a man with some Christian swag. The lame Christians ain't good enough for them. I'm like, I just was dumbfounded. He gotta have Christian swag, baby. You don't just that's all. It's like a programming. It's like they're programmed to think this way, and you can't see out of it to the point to where it's holding them back. Once again, I say with a lot of women, it's a projection. A lot of women are projecting their own feelings onto men So when they're talking about or complaining about black men going to other races of women, it's because they know if they could do that successfully, that they would. If they could have the other men in droves get them and be with them, they would be happy to do it. But they don't. It's not that vast, and they don't. The opportunities for them to do that is not that vast. And when they see black men do it, they get mad about it. It just doesn't make any sense to me.